Greetings everyone, welcome to Chess Advance. This is Game 5 of World Chess Championship 2023 and here Nepo is with the white pieces, and it's very strange and actually exciting as well that there has been just 5 games and we have actually got to witness 2 decisive games. And here Nepo is with the white pieces, so let's see how he's able to surprise Ding. So without further ado, let's start with this game. Nepo starts with e4. Then goes for e5, knight to f3, knight to c6 and bishop to b5. We go for the reload pace, a6, Morphy's defense and bishop to a4 and knight to f6 and just castles by Nepo. And Ding here goes for bishop to e7, just preparing to castle but just d3, going for a solid structure and just b5, pushing the bishop back, bishop to b3 and d6. And here there are a lot of moves you can play in this position. You can go for a weird h3, you can go for c3, you can even go for a4. Nepo here prefers c3, and here h3 not allowing any bishop to g4 but just bishop to b7. And after a4 just knight to a5, pushing the bishop back, and after bishop to a2 just c5. And this position has only been reached once. Surprisingly, it was Nxd4 versus Alireza Firouzja where knight to a3 was played, but here Nepo has something surprising for Ding, and Nepo goes for this bishop to g5, which is the best move recommended by the engine. So let's see how Ding is able to deal with this. Ding just goes for h6, pushing the bishop back, but just bishop captures, and after bishop captures we see a trade on the other side of the board, just a captures, and after a captures just knight b. And here Ding goes for this knight maneuver, trying to get the knight into the game but just bishop to d5, asking Ding if he wants to exchange a pair of rooks, and Ding goes for it. Rook captures and queen captures but just queen to d7. And now both players will try to get the rook into the game with rook to e1 and rook to e8. Nepo just moves the queen to d1 but just bishop to d8, trying to get this bishop on this very nice diagonal. And Nepo here goes for this knight to f1, which you'll normally see in reload pace with knight maneuvering to e3 or g3 depending on the position, but just knight to e7, asking for a trade of bishops, and Nepo goes for it. Bishop captures, queen captures, but knight to e3. Here Ding goes as planned with bishop to b6 but just h4 by Nepo, and queen to c6 but just h5. Now that bishop is on b6 but it's not active because of that c5 pawn, so you have to make it active and push that c pawn, and that's exactly what Ding does, as Ding goes for the c4 but just d4, not allowing that bishop to be active, and after e captures just knight captures. And here the best move for Ding was just to go for this queen to d7, and after knight to e5 you go for this king to h7, and once you go for this knight trade after knight captures, you instead of recapturing you go for this bishop captures, and after queen captures now you capture the knight, and after queen to d5 attacking the rook you just move it to rook to b8, preparing that b4 in future. And white will play something like g3 to make some room for his king, but after b4 you play this queen caps on c4, and after b captures you go for this rook to e8. And now both players have equal chances. It's mostly going to be a draw, and Nepo with the white pieces will definitely be not trusted in a position like this. But with the black pieces, that's exactly what Ding should have gone for, but Ding instead chooses this queen to c5, which is maybe giving Nepo a bit too much, because now Nepo goes for this queen to g4 and he starts his attack on its own and mounts the pressure. Ding goes for this queen to e5 but just knight to f3, pushing the queen back, and after queen to e6 asking for a queen trade, just knight to a5. We see knight captures, e captures, and now the queen is under attack and has to move, so queen to f6 but just queen to e4, claiming full control over the e file and also attacking the rook, so rook to b8 but just rook to e2. Just a waiting move, seeing what Ding would do, and Ding goes for here bishop to c5, trying to go for this b4, but Nepo here surprises Ding as he goes for this very fierce g4. And Ding here goes for this queen to d8, and Nepo goes for queen to d5, and attack is definitely coming with a move like g5, so you have to be prepared. Here Ding goes for this king to f8, trying to get out of any checks or any pin along that this diagonal, and Nepo goes for this king to f1. And here the best move for Ding was just to go for this queen to c8, and after f6 it all looks scary, but after g captures and queen to e4 trying to go for into the king's camp, but just king to g8, and after knight to h4 you play this queen to b7, and once you trade queens, queen captures, rook captures, you go for this knight to f5 but just b4, even giving up the h6 pawn. And even if you go for this knight captures, you play king to h7, and after the knight moves, yes, you do have a passed edge pawn, but it's definitely going to be difficult to push that pawn to victory. So instead, that looked scary, but that's the best defense that Ding had. But Ding instead goes for rook to c8, and now Nepo goes all out with this rook to e4. Slowly but surely, but getting all the pieces towards the black king. And here again, Ding goes for this rook to b8, but now comes the star move, which is g5. And now again, the best move for Ding to try and survive this game was just to go for this queen to d7. And after g captures, you go for this g captures and f6. It all looks definitely squarey, but you have this queen to h3 check. And once the king moves, you go for this king to g8. And now you do have this knight to h4, but just rook to f8. And after a move like knight to h5, you have this queen caps on h5 with the check. And once the king moves, you have queen to h2, going for that f2 pawn. And now white will definitely go for this rook to g4 check. And once the king moves, you have this king to d1, not allowing that capture to come with the check. And after rook to e8, you have to go for this queen to d2 to take care of the safety of your king, but you have a pawn on f6, your knight is controlling a lot of square, you also have an attack on the h6 pawn. Definitely, if anyone is to be preferred in this position, it's definitely white. But instead Ding goes for this h captures, but that just gives Nepo what he needed to start an immense attack, because here Nepo goes immediately for this rook to g4, and after rook to a8 trying to harass the white king along the back ranks, but not caring anything about that, just knight caps on g5. And after rook to a1 check, just king to e2. And after queen to e7 check, just knight to e4. And here Ding goes for the only defensive resource he has in this position, which is queen to e4. But now there are many moves that wins the game. Nepo goes for a calm king to f3, not allowing any checks from the back rank, but just queen to e8, trying to ask for a queen trade. But the resulting endgame is very much winning for Nepo, because here happily Nepo exchanges queens with queen captures and rook captures. And here pause the video and try to find the winning move for Nepo in this position while I give you a couple of seconds. So congratulations to everyone who's able to find this move. The move is the very spectacular f6. And now you see the problem, because even if you go for the best move recommended by the engine, which is this g captures, you have this knight captures. And after king to e7, you have knight to g8 check. And after king goes back, you have this h6. And after f5, trying to attack the rook, but just rook to g6. And after rook to a7, trying to stop that pawn promotion, you have this knight to f6. And after rook to a1, trying to stop that pawn from the back ranks, you have king to g2. Not allowing that rook to come on the back ranks. And after king to f7, you can even sacrifice the rook with this spectacular h7. And now if white goes for this rook, you just get h8 queen. So that was all in the position, but instead Ding goes for this g6, but now just comes h captures, and after f captures, we see rook captures, and after rook to a2, you have this king to g4, and after rook captures on b2, just rook to h6. And it was on this move, on move 48, that Ding Liren resigned the game. And definitely, what a spectacular game 5, and what a brilliant victory for Nepo in this position. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll be coming up with another amazing game for the World Chess Championship, so please for that, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you all.